Hello there and welcome to Food Fantasy. Now I have recently realized that I could actually play Food Fantasy on my TV by using an emulator. And since I do have my account linked to it, there you go. Now I can play Food Fantasy and I can record it and upload it. It's a bit sad that I do not have Food Fantasy recorded from the moment I started it. That would have been really cool. That would have been really cool. It would have shown you all the progress I've made so far. And I feel so stupid that I have not thought about it. Anyway, I'm gonna start right now, and no, I will not make a new account, because the account I've been playing on, I have already been spending money on. And with this type of game, which Food Fantasy is an online game, you play with other people, you are in a guild, this and that, you don't want to lose out all that progress, especially if you've spent money already. So we're just gonna jump right in. And first of all, what am I gonna do in these videos? First of all, I have to remember that whenever I enter, someone is gonna greet me, and with someone being Sanma. I might change that every day, so you get a new person, a new phrase every day, you get to see a new food soul. Now what I'm gonna do in these videos is I will not show you all the grinding and all that. No, I will show you the basics of what I do. I will keep these videos at around 40 minutes to an hour, depending on how fast I get through things. So obviously I want to show you how I play the game. If you're new to the game and you want to maybe learn, what's important, I will point out lots of things when I'm playing so you can pick it up easier. Other than that, I'm just gonna do the events and other things. As you can see, I don't really have a lot of stamina, so I already did quite a bit of farming. Now let's check out my... what's this? Murdered. And no, I'm not gonna read this to you. I do not like doing that for the main reason that my voice gets sore after a while, my lips get dry, all that. I want to, if you want to read it, read it. I'm reading along. Okay, I feel like this is a cutscene you're supposed to get when you first are able to join guilds, but I've never gotten that cutscene. Interesting. I will be fair with you though here, and I will be honest as well. I have not followed the story at all. I have always clicked skip, skip, skip. I don't actually know much about the story, much of what's been going on. The one thing I know is that Sushi is supposedly maybe an evil character, or an antagonist more so. But that she changes sides eventually. It would be interesting to know more about the story, but to be honest, I just can't be bothered. Maybe in these streams, if we come across story elements, I will not skip them, but yeah. Anyway, this is the guild I'm a part of. We're just gonna click into the missions because I can do that right now. We already finished 2 of these. That's great. Anyway, the guild I am part of is called Elysium. My name is Kurokabe. Pretty nice guild. I really love these guys. We also do have a Discord server. If you want to apply, the mandatory minimum you have to accomplish is building 10 times a day. These are optional. We always appreciate if someone does that, but we all know that we're not swimming in money here. So the other thing is attacking the guild beast. I'm getting all the cutscenes that I haven't gotten before. Alright, I don't know if I have simply skipped those every time. You know, I don't know if I've gotten those cutscenes and I've just skipped them, or if I've just never gotten them. Anyway, this is the Guild Beast. We are... maybe we're gonna be able to defeat it this week. If not, next week. I have sadly already done this. There's my name. I'm still getting used to the controls. I was scrolling and realizing, oh, I can't actually scroll. I need to do it like I would do on the phone. Like I need to sweep. Anyway, this is my guild. Really nice people. Currently we are at 60 of 60 people, as you can see over here. But we do have some inactives, and obviously once we reach the 500,000 we will get 10 more slots. So if you're a player and you play on the Glory Will server and you're doing decent damage to the Guild Beast, you are contributing daily, yeah, feel free to hit us up. We are definitely always looking for people to add to our ranks. So what else can we do? We have some daily stuff. Okay, showdowns. We did 3 of those earlier. And growth. Win a total of 200 times in the arena. This is really nice because now we're getting 300 medals. Everybody who plays Food Fantasy probably knows that as soon as you get... Why the tutorial? I don't need the tutorial. Everybody who plays Food Fantasy knows that after you get to 1,500 points, you will only get a certain number of points based and medals based on the strength or the maximum number of points of your enemy. I still don't know how exactly it works because sometimes people with lower power have more points than people with higher power. I don't know how that works, but we're just gonna go in and do our 2 fights. This person gives me the most points. As you can see, they are quite a bit below me in terms of strength, so this should be an easy fight. So let's jump right into it and do this fight. My team consists of a tank, although Steak is more of an off tank, so he isn't all that tanky, but for PvP I think that is pretty good. He currently has 3 stars and quite a good Fallen Angel with completely HP based stats. I guess I should show you. If I'm talking about it, I will show you. So, I keep wanting to press escape to get out of certain menus. Okay, it seems like it'll show me all the tutorials here. So this is my steak. As you can see, 3 stars. And he has quite a lot of defense and quite a lot of HP, which is all thanks to Fallen Angel. Eventually I want to reroll these to all be legendary, but that takes quite a few Spirit Incarnators, and I don't really have all those. And to be fair, I have a lot of other Fallen Angel I still need to train. Specifically this Orochi here, and this Inugami. There's a few I still need to train. This is probably my best Fallen Angel in terms of stats. But yeah, that's my stake, and as you could also see, I'm currently not using a wrong one, go back. I hate that if you go back here, it brings you back to the main menu, not back to the trials menu. That's something that annoys me a bit. Other than that, I am using black tea on 5 stars. I am using Peking duck 1 star, foie gras 2 stars, and my B52 is only on 1 star, even though you can buy him quite frequently, which is what I'm going to do right now, because I did get those 300 points. There we go. And I can also buy... No, I cannot buy my mooncake shorts because it's 200. Maybe we'll get enough. Probably won't get enough. But yeah, I don't exactly know how these points work. I wish I knew, how it worked. Like, I have 1,944 points. How many points is that in here? This is something I would like to know. How many points does that mean I have? Do I have 10 points, 13 points? Or does it mean I have 19 points? But it couldn't be like that, because you get points based on how many points you have. And that starts after you have 1,500 points. I'm pretty sure these people are all over 1,500 points right now. But yeah, this gives me the most, so let's jump right in again. And I do not use a healer, because one thing I've noticed is that if you look at these, just look at the numbers, just compare these numbers, we're constantly seeing things that are way above 500, 400, 200, 1000 even. If you check out the healing that you get out of one healer, that does not at all equal with the amount of damage you get out of a DPS. Therefore, you should not use a healer. Kind of afraid that now all the teams are getting a bit harder to defeat because they're all stopping to use healers. But no, in PvP the most important thing in any game is balance. If you cannot heal as much as someone deals damage, it is not worth having a healer. This holds true for all 1v1 fights, all 3v3 fights, all 5v5 fights. Balance. It is all about balance. Same for tanks. If you cannot tank more than a DPS can do damage, you should not have a tank, but you should use a DPS instead. In this case though, I feel from my tests I have sometimes switched over to having 5 DPS. First of all, I don't really have 5 really strong DPS, and my tank is really strong. Also, the HP gets doubled. Fact, the HP in the arena gets doubled, which means that if you have a tank with very high HP, he's gonna be much tankier than before. That protects your DPS from the enemy DPS, making it so that you can deal more damage. Of course, I have faced DPS heavy teams before that were 5 DPS, and I have occasionally lost to them too. Although I will say that all these fights were really close, and they were when my stake was still 2 stars. So now I feel like that balance should, it should be better. And I think that was also when I was still using a healer. So all in all, I feel like from my tests, a tank is worth it. It is worth having a tank. But a healer, definitely not, because You do not heal as much as 1 DPS deals damage, and that is why. That is exactly why. Anyway, let's see. I have bought everything in the tip store. I'm not gonna buy any sushi shards. Restaurant though. The restaurant is really important. I have seen a lot of people who do not focus on their restaurant enough and complain about not having enough money. Do you see this? This means I have 18 million gold. This okay in the back basically just means 1,000. I feel like that's maybe some error in the formatting or so when it was translated or whatever. But it does mean K, meaning this is 1,851K, which means there's 3 more zeros behind that, meaning this is an 18 million. Or I think it's 18 million. Maybe it's just 1,800,000. I don't know, but this number keeps going up. It does not go down. This keeps going up. Every day I have one more. Like it was 17 million yesterday, 16 million before, but tomorrow it will be 19 million. Even though I'm spending my money left and right. Having these M food salts is really important for your restaurant. So in your tip store, don't be stingy with your tips. Buy these shards. These are so important. The M food salts make your restaurant life so much easier. So let's send these over to the ice arena. You can do that from this screen, and in your prep screen you can send these to the ice arena. Although I think I want to actually cook some salmon sashimi here. Yeah. I'm doing this mainly with her only because she can do 10 more cooking. And this is a dish that has high texture, so it gives me a lot of gold when I sell it. She's pretty low, so we're gonna send her out. Gone. Now let's hire some more staff. For a cook, I will either use her or her, as they have the ordering expert, meaning that the dishes I can show in my display are increased by 18. She has the mastery experience, which gives me 10 more cooked whenever I cook. I want to upgrade this a bit, but right now I'm focusing more on my battle food salts. So yeah, and she's also a good cook. So I have 4 cooks with these guys, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 waiters, which I think is a good ratio to have. I definitely would have liked getting Strawberry Daifku in the last event, but sadly I did not get her. But I still feel like having all other M food salts really makes my restaurant life a lot easier. So let's hire this guy, and let's hire Jello. Yes, let's hire her. And Pudding is my best waiter. He has a good appetite, which he gains. By the way, these things here at the side, these little mannequins you can see here, mean in what position this applies. As you can see, the ordering expert only works if you're a chef or a supervisor. All the rage works if you're a staff, chef, or supervisor. So she's a really good chef or a really good supervisor because her skills work in both. I feel like the Swift Wind, that is only a supervisor position. So she's a good supervisor because all of her skills are good for supervising. Whereas Pudding has 2 skills for being a waiter. So he's a good waiter. And there you can just check. He has 1 skill that is good for all positions and 1 that is only good for supervising. Keeping that in mind, it's nice to have all these different food salts. So let's hire Pudding. I'm sorry I'm talking so much here, but since this is the first episode, I just want to make sure that I mention everything. So now we can go in here and we can cook. The food I cook the most right now is cold tofu. It is a high flavor food, so it gives me high amounts of fame whenever I cook it. I don't think you can actually see that in here. Let's see if in the research tab we can see it. Let's go and look at it. No, we can't actually see it. Once it's cooked, I would be able to show you, because then we would be able to click it and we could see. But yeah, this gives me 5 fame right now per fame gain. So it's really good to have those. Anyway, and every time I go in here, I check these first. I do have a quest to defeat a God damn it, a Dine and Dash customer. So I will do that and then defeat this Dine and Dash customers. They're really good, and for some reasons, you can see how it says 8 chances remaining today. That chance is never going down for me, unless maybe that is that I can send help. I don't know, but it never goes down. So we're just gonna make a quick fight here. This actually is my Guild Beast team. Just in case you're wondering what kind of weird team that is my Guild Beast team. I hate this guy, but he's good. I hate him, but he's good. So I'm leveling up right now. Anyway, there we go. That is that done. It is good to do these every 2 hours. I really recommend it, doing these every 2 hours. I also check the market every day, and I buy mostly these. I buy these a lot as well. I don't really need them right now, but I'm just buying them. I'm buying them because they're valuable, and as you can see, my gold is hardly going down. Oh, this clicking though. Eggplants, valuable too. Mint as well. Lettuce too. Tofu, yes, definitely. Strawberries. I have a lot of octopus, so we're not gonna buy the glass noodles. I never use, so not buying that. Flour, very useful though. You always need it. Eel, no. Apples, you need a lot too. Pineapples, you need a lot too. Lamb leg, I never really use that. The other stuff also hardly ever use. And I also buy steel and low-grade screws because I've recently used up a lot of them, and to upgrade my restaurant to the next level I will need a lot of those, and I still have a lot of these, so I'm not too worried about those. But yeah, definitely steel. And actually, let's check how we looking on. Okay, so I have all of those. Let's prepare these. We need 9 more of stainless steel. So let's see, can we do 9 more? Yes, we can definitely craft 9 more. So now we're done. But as you can see, I have a lot of those and not so much of these. Bricks I probably have the most of. Yeah, I've got tons of bricks. Not so many screws. That's why I'm buying screws. It's just nice. If you have a lot of money, spend it. Spend it. Definitely spend your money. Now I think these are done. Yes, so we can. Again, a tutorial. I feel like switching devices gives you the tutorials again. Continue. I always have at least one team doing explorations and one team doing deliveries. I sometimes can't be arsed to do more than that. If there's no event that's really, that I really want to do, then and if there's no delivery order that I really want to do, then I'm not doing it either. Like this 2-hour delivery here, yeah, it looks okay, but I don't really care about it. I clicked the wrong thing. I want to click here. There's none here. But yeah, I'm just checking what deliveries I have, deciding what I want to do. See, this is a nice delivery because, at least for the current event, the current event is a delivery event, so this is what I would have done so far. But since I only got 1 chest out of it, and I don't really care about cooking this, but I have enough ingredients to make it, so I'm making it. I would not... fuck, see, now I did 2, whatever. I would not do this, though, if I didn't have the ingredients. Did I need this? No, it was spinach. Okay, and the other one I wanted to do was in Light Kingdom, I think, because it had tofu. No, was it in Gloryville? Yeah, because it had tofu, and we just bought some tofu, and it's always good to upgrade tofu. The exquisite seasoning for tofu that gives the most flavor is diced scallions. I think it's called scallions, so let's go with that. Another one that gives is garlic, but as you can see, it doesn't give as much, so scallions are definitely the way to go. If you do not have the exquisite scallions, the lower ones also work, but I recommend always using the exquisite when you're trying to level up your food. Brings us to a next step that a lot of new players actually do a little wrong. When you're cooking and you look at a dish's stats, you might think that by the time you have leveled this up all the way to S rank, you have maxed out all these stats, but this is not true. Once you're at level S for your food, these stats don't rise anymore. So what you have by then is the maximum stats you will ever be able to get for that food. Maybe they will raise it eventually, who knows, but it is totally possible that if you never use seasoning and you max out this food that has the most amount of texture, of flavor, or one of the two foods in the Sakurajima that have this amount of texture, flavor. Why do I keep saying texture? Flavor. It is possible that you only get to like 1,500, but not to 2,300. And you definitely want to raise this all the way to 2,300. So definitely try to get as much as possible. I have only started doing this when I was at probably around there. Around the middle. I realize you cannot see my mouse, so me pointing there does not do anything for you. And the thing is, these stats get randomly assigned. So yeah, it's definitely a lot. It's definitely important to use Vasalian to get, as you can see, I just got 5 more. Also, this pulls away stats elsewhere, which is okay. I don't really care so much for aroma and appearance stats because I want flavor. Flavor is definitely what I want to raise right now. And I'm actually going to make both of them because, well, we're at it right now. As you can see, I still got all these, that, and I got this extra. Definitely recommended, but if you have a food that has a lot of these stats in a certain category, use it. Now, on the other hand, for my apples, as you can see, they do have a high appearance stat, but that's not so important. The appearance, what does it do again? I think the appearance changes the price that it costs to make it, or something like. I have no idea. I need to look that up again. But it's not so important. Aroma basically means it basically pulls in customers. The more aroma the foods you have cooked or are cooking have, the more customers you pull into your restaurant. But yeah, there I do not ever use seasoning. I don't even know what seasoning works here. Sweet ice cubes or a sprinkle of snowy sweet powder. So it's either icing. Or sweet ice cubes. Granulated sugar, probably. Or rock sugar. Probably rock sugar. What's the difference? Sugar? Rock sugar? I mean it says ice cubes, so definitely rock sugar. And here we do have a crystal sago. We have that. And this is the pearl sugar. So I think like it's the granulated one. Anyway, I'm not bothering there. Here as well, the stats aren't so good. We do have a lot of these ingredients though. So definitely making that. And delivery. One of the reasons why I'm doing deliveries is because you actually get steak shards. It does not say in here, but you can definitely get steak shards out of those boxes. So, pretty good. So let's send those out. Let's see, orders. How much time do I have left anyway? Oh, we're still good. There's still one more order that I could do. And I'm thinking... wasn't here, was it? it was here. I'm thinking of doing this one because I still need to level up this for a quest, I think. Let's check. No. Yeah, raised pumpkin muffin. And I do get seasoning for that, so I definitely want that. Also, the XP is really nice. Ah, and we also got a new quest. Let's see. Okay. As I said earlier, I have never really followed the story. I've just always skipped it. Okay, so we have to talk with Sakurajima in Rice. Isn't this wrong? Shouldn't that say we have to talk with Rice in Sakurajima? Let's see, let's go to Sakurajima. Yeah, and we have to talk to... Okay, that's funny. Oh, this is so pretty though. Look at this. I like this. I would like to have this. This is so pretty with these little pillars, with the tatami and everything. Oh, I really like this and the wallpaper and all. That that music change was abrupt and weird. but it's nice music. I have to point out the music in this game is great. Alright, there we go. That's one mission out of the way. I'm a little so sorry that blah blah blah. I have just stumbled over my own tongue there. I am so sorry that. Oh, see where we got an achievement there. Great. Actually, my achievement progress is looking pretty good. Oh, I only need one more dish-related achievement. I'm very sorry for all the cutscenes, though. I actually did not think there would be so many cutscenes. Oh, I already seen this. I don't care about that one. Let's summon 2 times here. This is the current event that's still going on. Oh yeah, cooking talents. I actually like that. This event is currently still going on, but I already have lava, and I have earned 3 stars already. So I'm not. I mean, 100. It's doable if I spend some of my crystals, but I really don't want to. I'd rather keep them for the next event because she's good, but you know, I feel like, you know, and especially because they are saying that she's not event exclusive. Yeah. Let's just focus on the next event. Anyway, I think we wanted to do another delivery order, so let's just go ahead and get that out of the way real quick. There we go, we can make that. And a lot of times I don't even need to farm for these, which sometimes is good, sometimes is bad. It's good since I would prefer to use my stamina on the hard stages, because you get more... Oops, I forgot. Click delivery. There we go. No, not that team. Ah, that's right. Ah, okay. We're making a new team. Yeah, whatever. Let's make a new team, and we're gonna put Salad, because Salad is a bitch. Chocolate. Yeah, let's just make like a team that isn't too...
I will protect you, my dear master attendant.
Oh lord. Are my voices still on English? No, he just doesn't have a Japanese voice, I guess. Okay, that's a decent enough team. Sorry, I didn't want to wake up your cats. I am so sorry. Anyway, now we have a team. Now we can do this delivery. I wanted to buy that team anyway, so... Shut up. Okay, so now we have 4 teams doing stuff. And... yes. So, this event is currently going on. And hard stages I feel like are much better. Let's go to Neverus and let's just do 1 or 2. Actually, let's find the one. Yeah. See, the thing about hard stages is that they drop more soul embers, and they also give a tiny bit more gold and experience, and this is per free consumptions. Of course, you cannot sweep 5 times, but every consumption gives you a little bit more gold and a little bit more experience compared to the farming of ingredients. Also, you get free embers every time you roll an ember, and in the normal one you only get 1 every time you roll an ember. And so far from what I've seen, the drop rate is about the same. So you get 5 more experience per roll, 50 more gold per roll. You also get shards that you can use in shard fusions, and you get soul embers. More of them, at least. So I always prefer doing the hard stages and doing all of the ones that I can. Other than that, yeah, I'm just farming for the airship and all that. Sure, that is really important too, and I should probably start thinking about that, because as you can see, I have not really prepared this one a lot yet. So I'm thinking I'll send out some help requests to... Oh my lord, I have too many friends. If you want to add me as a friend, feel free to do so. I'm just looking for someone specific right now. Okay, there we go. There we have that guy, this, and him. Let's send that request. Okay. How much time do we have left? 1 more minute until we are at 40 minutes. We've done that. We have taken care of our restaurant. We were in the shop. Talents. Yeah, it's really expensive right now. Talents. I actually would suggest, if you are a new player, focus on the damage tree. Take this. Maybe the revive, although I don't find the revive to be very useful. But yeah, this and that are really good to have in this tree. And in that tree, the one you really want to have is this, and maybe this. But as you can see, it's just 847 talents. It's not super expensive. It gets more expensive the more you have. As you can see, this says rank 13, rank 14, and I already have 33 ranks in this. So now this costs 40,000. But I suggest focusing on this one tree, because eventually you get attack speed and attack power for all food salts. And there goes my timer, which means we're only going to do one more thing now, and that is to prepare for the disaster, this one, and actually do it. So we need to prepare for that, so let us put our team together. Team 1. We need Lava.
This time I'll make a memorable impression.
We need Toso. We also need Mooncake. And yeah, that's pretty much my team. We need to switch some fallen angels around, but other than that, that's the team. So now let's see about those fallen angels. Sort team info. So Toso, fallen angel. We need I'm still raising this one. It's a brave Tsuchigami, and as you can see, the stats aren't what they should be. This is just attack speed, so no. I'm gonna go with this, even though this has a high HP roll, which makes survivability a little bit more of a problem, but it's not that bad. But ideally, you'd want to not have HP when going into the disaster. Sadly, I only have 0 stars on Tosu. I just started the game back when Tosu came out, so I didn't really know if it's worth spending money on it. Since then, I now know Tosu is worth spending money on, and it's something I should do. Okay, we still need to put a fallen angel on Sanma, so let's pick this one, equip, confirm, there we go. And I am curious, right now I think Mooncake would be the one standing in the front. Because one thing I've noticed is that the game decides who tanks. If there's no tank, the game decides. So we want to make Laba the leader, so we can use her skill pretty early. Then we want Toso, we want you, and we want Sanma, where he is. We will confirm this, but we will also, one thing I forgot, I will go in and level them up real fast. Because I've recently got to level 56. It's just a few numbers, but I always do it. Especially some that I hardly use outside of a disaster.
Will my fame also increase as a result?
I always level them up before I go in. There we go. Now our team is as strong as they can be, at least for today. Tomorrow might be different. And we're gonna go in and do the disaster. Next step. There's 4 different types of things you can choose. All food soul power increase 20%. 100% crit for all food soul attacks. This, I feel like, is really strong. The attack speed might be interesting, but I'm just gonna go with the free one as always. I don't feel like right now is a time where I should spend crystals on this. Eventually, when I'm trying to get into the top 100 or something like that, that may be different, you know, when I've leveled up more and I'm at max level and I'm trying to get into the top places, you know, so I can get a frame for it, then yeah, definitely I will probably do it. But let's go. Let's go. We only have 1 spell we need to take care of, so I'm gonna keep this on 2 times speed. And yeah, as you can see, the highest power of strength food soul is the one that's gonna stand in the front. I also hope that Laba Kongi will get a Japanese voice eventually. Okay. So all going pretty well so far. Just use the spell whenever it comes up. There we go. It's all of them at max health again. The reason why you don't want to take health with you is because the damage this boss does
Get back, demons!
is dependent or a percentage of the highest HP you have on the team. It's not the entire pool, but the highest on the team. At least that's what I think.
Back, demons!
Okay, so one thing that I'm glad about is that Mooncake is actually a better tank than Sanma. Quite a lot better. But oh, there goes Sanma. Oh no. And I think we're about to lose Mooncake.
Demons!
Yeah, there she goes. But we do have that revive, so I'm not too stressed about that. And we are already... Yeah, we're already going full crazy bird mode. Here we go.
Come back.
She sounds so sad. So we can do our free resurrect here. And that usually doesn't last long because, well... Yeah, as you can see, he still attacks Sanma first. This is really interesting. I thought, why focus on Sanma? Guess he just really doesn't like Sanma. Okay, there we go. That's all that. Spending these crystals really isn't worth it. Really isn't worth it, to be honest. I don't know why people would do it, unless of course you're focusing on wanting to get top 10 or even the top place, you know, and you actually can withstand a lot of this when he goes really crazy, because his attack speed and attack power just really goes up. 239. It's not the most I've ever done, but you know, the most I've ever done is this much. But you know, we're still leveling up. You know, our Mooncake is still only at 2 stars and all that, so yeah, we're still leveling up. We're still getting there. We're still changing our fallen angels and this and that. We do have something we can do in here still. Oh yeah, we can. Not much, but we can get some crystals and diamonds. There we go. That's really nice. And we also get the rewards for yesterday's disaster. Neat and neat. We were in rank 1300, so I'm kind of hoping to soon get into the top 1000, because then we get 15 crystals and we also get more cooking power and more gold. Sounds good to me. And that is almost the last thing I will do in today's episode. The last thing I will do in today's episode is shard fusion. Currently, I'm doing same rank shard fusions, more so than rank up, because I'm trying to get my miso soup to a higher level. So let's get rid of those. Use batch. Use that. No, I actually don't want to use you. Use you. I'm still trying to enhance this, that. Trying to get her. So I'm not using those. So that's only 3 we can fuse. Confirm. There's a lot of people who dislike shard fusion. Oh, nice. Who are like, oh, shard fusion is such a bad system because sometimes you can get something you don't need or don't want. But seriously, just because you sometimes get a bad roll out of a gacha system doesn't mean that the gacha system is wrong. Just keep doing it, you know? Like, sure, right now I also got someone I really don't want, but I'm still gonna do it tomorrow, and tomorrow maybe I will get what I need, you know? Tomorrow I may get a Sanma shard, or I will get, you know, a sweet tofu shard, or a Tangwan shard, you know? I may get some shards that I actually really need. But that's all for today. You can rest assured I will do a lot more farming over the day, and there's gonna be a new episode tomorrow where once again we will take care of a guild boss, the world boss, do a little bit of upgrading, and talk a little bit more about food fantasy. Maybe I will not talk as much and it'll be a quicker episode, and we're just gonna focus on the main important parts. Also, I would like to show you a few more of the fights in here. I would also like to show you some of the catacomb stuff I do, you know, so you can see my strategies for catacombs and so on. But yeah, other than that, thank you so much for watching. I hope this series is something that some players will like to see, and maybe it'll get some people to start playing the game. I enjoy talking about this game, I enjoy recording it, so I will do it. Whether it gets popular or not, you know, that is up to you guys. I enjoy it, maybe you enjoy it too. And for now, see you later, alligator. That was so random and so weird. And yeah, leave me a comment whether you play Food Fantasy. If you are on my server, if you want to add me, go ahead. I will show you my card right here. I can still add a few more friends, but I have a ton of friends that I can delete because they've been inactive for 30 plus days. So I can delete quite a few. You can also see my Discord here, so if you want to add me on Discord, go ahead. And leave me a comment if you play and what your favorite food soul is. My favorite food soul currently is Laba. Currently, Laba is my favorite food soul. I just find her extremely cute. Her voice, even in English, is really nice. Her voice lines are super cute. She's just really nice. I really like her. I am glad that we got the chance to get her, and I definitely spent crystals to get her to 3 stars. And with that, I'm out. See you next time. That's all.